Hello friends, Namaskar dosto. Very warm welcome to another Sunday macro and market analysis with SD. Usually ये जो वीडियो है इस वीडियो में I look at every week what are the main global markets I'm thinking about. Broadly look at overall asset class and look at आने वाले दिन में कौन सा important events आने वाले. So let us start where I'm going to start is basically last week Sunday मैं ये वीडियो कर नहीं पाया because I have been pretty busy lately. So इसीलिए fully concentrate करके वीडियो करना possible नहीं था. Last week भी बहुत important था. Last week we had US का unemployment report और non-farm payroll data. We had European Central Bank meeting. And before central bank meeting, we were already having Bank of Canada cut interest rates. Now, Europe also gave us interest rate cut that created sort of positive mood. Whereas non-farm payroll, if you look at, say, previous week and take 3-star data, you will see non-farm payroll was much better than expected. While this is generally a good news, that more employment is getting created, but market will, as a financial market, not always works rationally. For it, this means basically the economy is still strong. The interest rates will remain strong still for a while, means because demand could be strong and inflation could be strong. Means Fed has less reason to cut interest rate because inflation is high and it don't have a very weak unemployment. So in such a situation, the market is recalibrated the situation. Interest rate went up, dollar went up, commodities dropped down, and also equities started feeling some sort of downside pressure. In this market will be eagerly awaiting for what's coming this week is the most important. The event of the week is on 12th when our market will close at 11:30. जब हमारे मार्केट बंद हो जाएंगे तब आएगा फेडरल रिजर्व का इंटरेस्ट रेट डिसीजन. दिस इज द मेन इवेंट ऑफ द डे. फेड इंटरेस्ट रेट डिसीजन एट 11:30 रात को. इस ये 2 दिन मेरा लाइव मैराथन चलेगा. विल स्टार्ट समवेयर इन द 5:30 ऑन 12th June. We will do the inflation data. So 5:30 our session will begin and it will end this 13th of June on 7 p.m. and very likely it will extend till the Friday to some extent because Bank of Japan interest rate decision is coming up. So it's a power-packed event are coming Wednesday. Wednesday is the main event and one another round of event can be called on the Friday. So impact jo hoga, this market impact may whatever move we have seen, it could be a correction and then again after the Fed move, we can see further downside pressure. Now, this is the in terms of data, क्या data है. Let's हम लोग देखते हैं asset class. Asset class में कैसा performance हुआ है over the last 1 week. Top performer is natural gas, followed by once again cocoa. Cocoa में crisis खत्म नहीं हो रहा है because it's a supply side issue. Not it will not go away easily. Sugar, some of the commodities up on the week, but final day, last day, this is the last 1 day. It was not after, especially after the non-farm, it was not very good for commodities, but still natural gas was able to hold up. So ultimately on a weekly basis, it is NG that did very well. Cocoa, sugar, then we had some equity indices like NASDAQ, Eurostox, S&P. So equities came back, some soft commodities came back, but the hard commodities like metals, gold, silver, platinum. Some of the small cap index like Russell 2000, they did not do very well uh, in terms of return, and dollar was broadly unchanged for the week at 0.3%. इसके साथ साथ हम लोग we are going to take a look at the charts, look at the all the charts, indices if we look at, यहाँ पे दिख रहा है Dow Jones chart is a doji, S&P chart daily chart it's a doji, Nasdaq largely majority of the market are creating confusion candle or the doji. VIX is going down after this last rise. It is steadily going lower, and which is positive for the equities. If we look using the weekly chart, it has taken some more dojis and pause, except Russell is steadily moving lower. Weakness दिख रहा है Russell में, weakness और से flattish correction चल रहा है European indices में. Let's look at the energy segment. Energy segment, crude oil is more of a correction story within this short. Some future opportunities may come in the sell resistance opportunities. Main जो buy phase में है, that is the natural gas. Natural gas since the month of May, it has been doing very, very well, and it is still steadily going up. And that is I think because of the European situation. अगर European में natural gas का price I was expecting to go higher because उनका storage deplete हो चुका है, हीटिंग ऑयल, एंड वो स्टोरेज को फिल अप करना पड़ेगा. सो इट इज बेसिकली क्रूड ऑयल, हीटिंग ऑयल, ये सब सेगमेंट में जो दिख रहा है, इट इज मोर ऑफ अ बाउंस बैक फ्रॉम अ सेल. So it's a correction within a sell trend, whereas natural gas, ethanol, these are more in a buy mood. Then we have bonds. Bonds, they were doing well, but after the last non-farm payroll, there is a big drop in the bonds, in the bond price, because interest rate went up. And after interest rate went up, is this going to be a reversal and move lower? We'll need more confirmation from the Federal Reserve that no, it is they expect the interest rates to not go up or cut. So कुछ भी hint Federal Reserve से चाहिए. It was a big move using the non-farm or 5-year US का unemployment का जो data उसके साथ. Situation in the soft commodities, it is the cocoa that is within a range. Cotton is still weak. Orange juice, after a big rise, it is falling. Coffee is creating inverted or shooting star candles steadily. Lumber has created a hammer, it can start go up. Sugar has been showing strength. ये डेली चार्ट में और क्लियरली विजिबल होगा. शुगर ये छोटा जो रेंज था, इट हैज ब्रोकन हायर, सो we'll have to see how it goes. But orange juice, coffee, these are after a good rise, they are coming down lower. Only lumber showing some buy support opportunity. We can look at metals, look at gold, look at silver, platinum. Everywhere metals suffered with the non-farm payroll and interest rates going up. So that's why overall commodities are not really going up. जो jump हुआ था, अब फिर से वो either it has reversed or it is in a doji formation. Grains are, after the initial bounce back, grains are no longer showing पहले का जो bullishness दिखाया था, but grains are no longer showing the bullishness. So overall commodity as a segment, it is not very bullish at the moment. अब हम लोग देखने जा रहे हैं कि ओवरऑल जो स्टॉक इंडेक्स, कौन सा स्टॉक इंडेक्स बेस्ट रिटर्न दिया है. जनरली डेनमार्क, ताइवान. सेमीकंडक्टर्स का जो रैली वो स्टिल लगातार चल रहा है, सेमीकंडक्टर्स का रैली. एंड सेमीकंडक्टर्स का जो रैली चल रहा है, उसी की वजह से ताइवान का स्टॉक इंडेक्स इज सिग्निफिकेंटली अप. सिंगापुर, इंडिया, यूरोप, so these have done broadly well in dollar terms. and worst have been the Argentina, where the currency crisis is continuing, is ravaging. So overall अगर इंडेक्स देखा जाए, करेंसी को एडजस्ट करना इज इम्पोर्टेंट, बिकॉज अगर ओवरऑल इंडेक्स हम लोग देखेंगे, मेजर स्टॉक इंडेक्स, one of the top performer, this Marvel index, is actually Argentina's index. But when we adjust it for the dollar terms, because Argentinian peso depreciated, then it is not a great return. It's actually a negative return. Whereas India, if we look at Sensex looks like the last 1 month, it has given 4.7% return last 1 month. But if we look at the return in the dollar terms, then Sensex only, where we are, we did a bit lower, almost same, because USD INR is kept stable by the Reserve Bank of India. But dollar terms में return measure करना is very important. और जो हमारे learners हैं, then you surely know why it is important to measure it in terms of dollar. And Hong Kong, Peru, Israel, China, Germany. So overall, it's basically bullish market है. और बुलिश साइकिल भी चलते आ रहा है. दो वी आर इन रिसेशनरी साइकिल, हम लोग टिपिंग पॉइंट तक पहुंचे नहीं. वी आर गेटिंग क्लोज टू द टिपिंग पॉइंट, बट जब तक नहीं पहुंचते तब तक इट इज अ बुलिश फॉर द इक्विटी मार्केट टोन. सो ओवरऑल टोन ऑफ द मार्केट, आई फील इट्स बुलिश. कुछ जगह पे जहां पे जो आप लोग जानते हैं, कंटिन्यूअसली कीप आप फोकसिंग, वन इज दिस वन, freight rates in China, why it is going up. This has to related with the commodity as well. This significantly shipping rates going up is going to add some portion, not significant. Overall cost ka shipping takes a very small part of the cost, but still shipping rates are pushing up higher, and that is related to China. This is concerning in terms of inflation. और आप लोग पुराने वीडियो अगर आप लोग देखते हैं, देन यू नो दैट वी आर मेजरिंग द जियोपॉलिटिकल रिस्क इस बार वाया दिस डेटा फ्रॉम EN मैक्रो माइक्रो. जो मेरे स्टूडेंट्स है, यू कैन गेट 67% ऑफ ऑन द मैक्रो माइक्रो. यू शुड यूज द लिंक. उसके साथ मेरा कोई मतलब लिंक नहीं है, मतलब इनकम, वेदर यू ज्वाइन डोंट ज्वाइन, माई इनकम डज नॉट चेंज दैट. But overall, if it's a good site and you're my students, that's another benefit. You only can get 67% discount. This is steadily going lower. So Suez Canal geopolitical situation is not getting better. It's broadly similar kind of situation. Wars nahi ho raha hai, similar kind of situation. So जब China का we consider कि ये this freight rates going up, and उसके साथ साथ commodity price also going up, so this somewhat starting to make sense that China could be the one who is hoarding the commodities. This hoarding the commodities basically nothing. It is holding the, it is going to use the commodities as a store of wealth mode of currency. Currency का दो purpose होता है. One is medium of exchange, another is store of wealth. So according to whatever policy could be China is approaching, China is doing, so उसमें better commodities लग रहे हैं rather than dollar denominated assets. So these are maybe government funded buying जो चल रहा है. It's not always possible to know. Not every case is a government. Sometimes these are policy driven. But definitely ये current जो rally in commodities and the China going up, I have a strong hunch कि this one, these are linked. These are all linked. These are linked to the Russia fixing its currency with the gold. It is linking with China gradually reducing its dollar reserve, means dollar-based holdings. India repatriating its tons of gold from the Bank of England vault. तो geopolitical uncertainty in terms of global trustworthiness, it is somewhat falling even in the case of financial change. And to hedge that, this gold is definitely playing an important role. Gold is going up, and I think it could go up furthermore. But obviously, jaisa market, jaisa currently gold is bearish, obviously will not jump to buy. But gold in this cycle, I expect gold to behave differently a bit. Usually during recession, it goes down, but it actually this time it may continuously, gradually continue to go up and further accelerated later on, later phase, its rally. So I think this is something जिसके ऊपर मैं continuous basis पे नजर रख रहा हूँ. While China may be hoarding commodities, but that does not make its stock market very strong. The stock market may still be weak while China is doing or China has taken a policy of say hoarding. It is not getting reflected in the Chinese stock market. Chinese stock market, let me go to the international indices and let me change this to Fountain of Gold, the mother setup. This is my trading setup, by the way, those jinko pata nahi hai. This is China. And it is visible from the momentum itself that the Chinese stock market, after a good rally, it's not doing so well. I've shorted also. So this is though it may be doing something in the commodity market, but stock market does not look that bullish at the China at the moment. It can break in the higher. If it does, we may see big rally. But so far it is still within a correction mode ही operate कर रहा है. Now going back to the macro side of the picture, तो मैक्रो साइड में हम लोग करेंसी का लास्ट चार्ट एक बार देखेंगे. लास्ट डे बिग जंप इन द यूएस डॉलर थोड़ा डाइसी मोड में. मैं अभी भी बहुत बुलिश नहीं हूँ डॉलर में, ब्रॉडली बुलिश, बट एट द सेम टाइम जो बड़े प्लेयर्स हैं, बिग प्लेयर्स, दे आर करंटली स्क्वायरिंग ऑफ देयर डॉलर पोजीशंस. So with them squaring off, the dollar actually can go because these guys are powerful and they ultimately the winner. But in this particular cycle, I also feel dollar will also play a very important role. We can have a strong dollar and strong gold at the same time, with both having some kind of demand, whereas other asset classes they can suffer. Now, a few last things that I would like to cover before we go there. Currently, it is the Federal Reserve meeting that is coming up. So we are definitely going to have a meeting on our class on Wednesday covering Fed. But this is basically the meeting policy statement is coming around 12th, 13th time. Some countries it will be 12, some countries it will be 13 because of time zone. So this is basically the June meeting. It is an important meeting, quarterly meeting. What the Fed is expected to do, I expect the Fed to do no rate cuts, but the communication obviously is going to be matter. I don't expect immediately Federal Reserve to start cutting interest rates. But Fed can give, if it wants to cut interest rate, which I think Fed wants to, it is likely to give a strong hint of yes, a rate card is coming through its projection materials or via communication. तो ये सब चीज के ऊपर हम लोग चर्चा करेंगे वेडनेसडे. बट जो लोग उसमें नहीं रह पाएंगे उस डिस्कशन पे, उनके लिए जो मैं बोलना चाहता, आई डोंट थिंक इन टर्म्स ऑफ एक्शन फेडरल रिजर्व कुछ करने वाला है. रेट जैसा 5.5 था वही एक्सपेक्टेड होगा कि 5.5% इंटरेस्ट रेट. तो आज और बात नहीं कर पाएंगे बिकॉज रियली आई एम हैविंग अ रिसेंटली बिट ऑफ डिफरेंट रीजन की वजह से, बिकॉज ऑफ डिफरेंट डिमांड्स मार्केट आल्सो एंड आल्सो फ्रॉम अदर बिजनेस एरियाज आई हैव बीन अ वेरी बिजी लेटली. सो उसी तरह जितना फ्रिक्वेंटली कनेक्ट कर रहे थे बिफोर, नॉट एबल टू कनेक्टेड, बट आई होप ये जो डिस्कशन थे हमारे, दिस हैज बीन हेल्पफुल टू यू. अगर हेल्पफुल हुआ, डोंट फॉरगेट टू लाइक एंड सब्सक्राइब. All the best to you from my side, and as always, happy trading.